So our request, which was made in August 2023, so 7 months before you provided this witness statement, was for you to, quote, reflect on your time at the post office and set out whether there was anything you would have handled differently with hindsight. Yes? You explain in paragraph 1801 that there are many things you would have done, that you should have done differently, and the post office should have done differently, and you will expand upon them and answer them fully when you give your evidence in May, i.e. today. Given you provided a 775-page witness statement that took 7 months to write, could you not have reflected on what you should have done fully and differently within the witness statement?
Yes, I could have put more into it. And I'm sorry if that wasn't helpful. I read so many documents and worked a long time to try and prepare this, and disclosures are coming out all the time. I would be very happy to tell the inquiry now. I have a list of things in my head, and I hope that I will be able to bring them out as we went through the statement. Equally, I would be more than happy to submit a further statement to set that out.
But given that you took 775 pages and 7 months to write this, why didn't you do so then, given that we'd ask you that direct question? Were you adopting a wait-and-see approach? Let's see what comes out in evidence, see what I've got to admit, and then I'll admit that?
No, not at all, Mr. Beard. That's not the way I work.
So why didn't you assist us by setting out in this document what your reflections were?
It was simply a matter of time. The inquiry asked me, I think, over 600 questions, two or 300 with sub-questions in each. I went through probably hundreds of thousands of documents, and my memory was not very good at the beginning of this process. It has improved as I've gone through the documentation, and that was important. And by the time I got to December last year, when the draft went in, I had simply run out of time to answer these questions properly. They are very serious questions. Questions 189 and 190 in the list that the inquiry sent to me. I would be happy to write them up in much more detail, or I would be happy to share with you now or as we go through those reflections. It was absolutely not a wait and see.